Welcome back to the Black Report. More than 38,000 Americans have died of COVID-19 in the first 2 weeks of the new year, CNN is reporting. Another 92,000 are projected to die from the virus over roughly the next 3 weeks, according to an ensemble forecast published by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The numbers are scary, and they reflect what public health experts have been repeatedly warning us. While the end is in sight with the help of ongoing COVID-19 vaccinations, the nation is still facing challenging times ahead. Currently, more than 130,300 people are hospitalized with the virus, according to data from the COVID Tracking Project. Scary times, guys.
Yeah,
it's scary.
So I want to go ahead.
No, I just wanted to add, I'm really excited. Brooke, I think this was in one of your stories yesterday that we were opening up the availability of vaccines to people 65 years and older.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
Right. So my granddad, I'm so happy. He's in Chicago, veterans. I just want to give some news for our soulmates that are listening. So for the soulmates in Chicago, I know for sure, I haven't checked in California, but I know in Chicago, if you're a veteran, you have access to get the vaccine now. My grandfather literally has a vaccine appointment tomorrow. He has had heart surgery. He's had diabetes. And he had COVID and beat it. So this is just so great for our family. We're so happy. He's getting the vaccine tomorrow, the Moderna vaccine. My mom is actually a veteran as well. She's going to get the vaccine. So also in California.
Wait, how comfortable are you with that? Because you've been,
reticent to take it.
Exactly. Yes.
So I'm not going to tell you my mother's stance because she would kill me.
No, but you personally, you love them.
I'm happy that my grandfather wants to get the vaccine. He is happy to get it. He is ecstatic to get it.
Okay.
He wants to get it. So I'm happy for him.
Okay.
He has extensive health issues. I've watched him have a triple bypass heart surgery. You know what I'm saying? And diabetes and so many other ailments, and he's a veteran, so I want him to have the vaccine. My mom is able to get it. I'm not going to tell you if she's in a rush or not to get it.
Okay.
I personally, I'm still not necessarily in a rush to get it, but I'm happy for my grandfather that he is able to get it. He wants to get it. I think he needs to have it.
Yeah. So he'll be able to tell you how he feels after it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just wanted to add that so Chicago veterans also have Disneyland is going to be a vaccine site in California. So they're going to transform Disneyland into a vaccine site, and then also in California as well, 65 years and older. So if you're 65 years and older, one of your grandparents, check and make sure you help them and get this vaccine, because they need to have it.
Yeah, it started to roll out. I went to a pharmacy the other day, or just yesterday, and the phone was ringing off the hook. They could barely get to me, and they were like, the COVID vaccine is here, and all of our, patients know about it. So people are ready to stand in line for their turn.
Yeah, those that want to get vaccinated are definitely ready. And look, across the country, soulmates, things are going on in your city, but Los Angeles pretty much is going on what's going on in LA right now is what was going on in New York months ago.
Yep.
You got one person dying every 6 minutes. Every 10 minutes, 10 people are getting COVID-19. So this is an ongoing problem. And think about it. Our country leads all the rest of the world when it comes to cases, over 40 million. And you want to know why? It started with leadership. It started with the man, Donald Trump, who tried to downplay the situation because he wanted to be about him. And now look where we are. So the man that you might be standing up for still, he's the reason why we're in this mess way deeper than what we should be.
And before we move on, I just want to say something, because the head of Georgia's largest hospital, Grady Memorial in Atlanta, he told 11 Alive his facility is full and close to making tough choices on providing care. This is in Atlanta. You know what I mean? This is our Mecca.
Yeah.
Right? And in my home state, Oklahoma, there is no mask mandate. It's a Republican-led state.
Oh, really?
There's no mask mandate. This is a small state, right? Less than 4 million people population. Right now, they're seeing 4,000 new cases every day.
Oh, man.
It's just real. This is bad everywhere.
Please be safe. Yeah.
All right. President-elect Joe Biden unveiled a coronavirus relief plan today that includes the largest payment yet. Okay, it's $1,400, increasing from the stimulus checks, which will bring the total distributed amount in December to $2,000 for most Americans, KTLA is reporting. Now, while the current price tag of the package is unknown, it is expected to include an extension of unemployment assistance, aid to local and state governments, a boost for small businesses, funding for vaccine distribution in schools, and a third round of stimulus checks. Yes, analysts say that the voting on Biden's stimulus plan should give us an insight on whether or not Republicans will work with the Democratic majority or collectively draw a line in the sand. So when will this $2,000 payment become a reality? Probably early February at the earliest, because the results in Georgia will first need to be certified before the new senators take their seats. And it's expected that Republicans will file appeals to those results. The deadline to certify results is January 22nd, according to Yahoo News. And so I don't know if you guys remember, like, I think it was a week or so ago, I was asking if you got the $600, you know, if they were going to make it $2,000, what was going to happen? So that answers my question and everyone else. It'll be another check of $1,400 added on to make it into to equal $2,000. So So a couple of things I wanted to add about this. I didn't say it in my read, but it's a $109 trillion coronavirus plan that Joe Biden has called the American Rescue Plan. So a couple of other things, the $1,400 checks, like I said, also $400 billion will go directly to combating the pandemic. So that's really good. Also, $50 billion will go to expanding testing, and then $130 billion will be allocated to help schools reopen without risking further contagion. So just a couple of other things I wanted to add into with this plan that Joe Biden is proposing, and I think it's great. I think all the money goes to some good places. So I hope it goes through.
Definitely love that. And some people are saying, look, Joe Biden is saying he's trying to get, 100 million people vaccinated within, 100 days? Some saying that he may be setting himself up by putting that out there because we don't have full control of how to get those out now to our people. But I think the fact that he's saying, look, I'm going to make sure we can get this done. I'm going to bring hope to our country. We have to embrace that. And who doesn't love another check?
Right.
Okay.
I'd like to see him
we just
try.
keep it simple on that?
I am not upset about it.
Soulmates, anyone flying to the U.S. will soon need to show proof of a negative test for COVID-19, health officials announced Tuesday, according to the Associated Press. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention requirements expands on a similar one announced last month for passengers coming from the United Kingdom. The new order takes effect in 2 weeks. COVID is already widespread in the U.S., with more than 22 million cases reported to date, including more than 375,000 deaths. The new measures are designed to try to prevent travelers from bringing in newer forms of this virus that scientists say can spread more easily. The CDC orders applies to U.S. citizens as well as foreign travelers. The agency said it delayed the effective date until January 26 to give airlines and travelers time to comply. So I feel like this. I know some people right now, we were talking before the show started, friends of mine, I'm going to Jamaica, I want to travel. Like, look, first of all, you need to sit your butt down. That's what you need to do. Let's start with that. But I think this should be mandatory. Now, making sure you've been vaccinated, I don't know about that, right?
I don't know what's coming.
I know it may be coming. I don't like that idea, but you have to show that you test negative before you go on the plane.
Do you want to see this domestically? Like, do you want to see before you fly to, Seattle?
Yeah. I would like to
see
see domestically as well. I think it's so important.
That's part of the problem. That's part of the reason for the fact that this spreads and why we keep having, these how do you put it? Like, that's why we
Outbreak
keep having outbreak.
Well, I wanted to add in just one really quick thing. The only little piece that's missing, right, is so you have to get a test 3 days before. So my thing is, what are the people that are going, the people that are going to say get their test on Friday, their flight is on Monday, but then still go out that weekend and then still fly into the States? That's the only piece that I'm just kind of like, okay, this could help. But then also I would like for this going out of America as well. Like, I would like this, if you, like you said, Romeo, going to Jamaica, instead of people flying from Jamaica to U.S. having to get it, I think we should also have it going to Jamaica, Mexico, wherever we're going as well.
It is. Going to Jamaica, you have to prove that you have negative COVID.
There it is.
Oh, right. That's right. Other countries have already gotten this together.
We go.
They're ahead of the game.
We're behind.
All right. A new feature on Yelp will show whether users saw COVID-19 guidelines being followed at a business. And here's what the company shared in a blog post. Starting this week, Yelp will display if users observed or did not observe the enforcement of social distancing and staff wearing masks. It's going to be under health and safety measures on the app. And as of right now, social distancing enforced, that's a tab, and staff wears masks. Those are the only two options for observations. According to Yelp, measures will be put in place to ensure feedback is fairly represented and not based on any one person's observation. Listen, I like this. I think it's great, but I also think it's a little too staff focused when I think the bigger issue is consumers, customers. And I don't even want to put so much of this on the staff, because I think business owners have to start taking some responsibility, because I think right now we're in a space where everybody just needs to make as much money as they can. And so they're allowing some bad behavior. It's all the stuff that doesn't go viral is what's happening around us. We've all seen it. Customers not wearing their mask in the grocery store, having them pulled down. I'm tired of that. Do you know, like, we have spent decades monitoring whether black men wear Jordans to the club, or whether people have on a shirt and shoes in gas stations. How come they're able to enforce those rules, but business owners are not able to make sure everybody in their business is wearing a mask?
I don't know if they fear the fact that they just want to make sure they get the business, so they're willing to take that chance. Because you think about it, the business owner's not the one that's behind the counter.
Right, they're
or
putting too much on the staff too. You're right.
They're putting the pressure on them as well, right? And another question, I just want to make sure this doesn't get taken advantage of. And what I mean by that is we're talking about Yelp. So if someone's not happy with their service, what if they put something fake in there saying people weren't wearing a mask?
Well, that's what I just said. They said
they
did
it anyways.
Yeah, that's exactly.
So we got to be in control
I used to work in
of
hospitality, and so like, I mean, one bad review could it could harm a whole business's business, you know. So I'm like a little nervous about, you know, somebody being able to say something bad. It could just tear everything down.
That's true. Well, at least they're trying to mandate it some way, I guess, right?
Okay, so we're here on Fox Soul's Black Report, and my tablet has died, okay? But I just want to shout out all of our YouTube soulmates. Oh, you know what? We're going to get some juice. Oh, we have juice.
We got some juice.
We got some juice. You know what? Technology, guys. You know, we're working through it, okay? Cherie says, speak the truth, Romeo. And I agree with you, girl. He has some facts today, okay? Another YouTube soulmate says, having a negative test to get on a plane. Yes, I love it. One more. Oprah Gates says, my apologies for being late, YouTube soulmates, but I'm here now. And you know what? Better late than never, okay? Keep on commenting in the chat, and I'll make sure that I get some juice on my tablet. In the meantime,